Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the DBoG Show. Today, as always, I have Boss with me, but we have
Yo,
a new
yo.
special guest, Robert, aka Bobby, aka what's your other one?
We got
Nunya, Robert
Nanya.
Nunya. There's
Yeah.
just a ton of names. He's one of our captains. He's the captain of the Three Putt Pirates. Today, we're going to kind of go over the league a little bit more, kind of the details of how it works and the platform that we use for it. We'll get into our power rankings with Boss, and it's a little different this year. Last year, we kind of did it individually, but now he's got to take into account the whole team dynamic. So
Yeah.
it could change a little bit, and we'll kind of get into a little bit more of our golf goals for the year, get into Bobby's team in depth and have some fun with it. So just kind of starting off, the platform which this league runs on is 18 Birdies, which is kind of cool because 18 Bird a paid service, or you can do it for free. So those who want the paid service, they get all the extra stuff where when you're on the course, it has a lot more intelligence around what club to hit, or it keeps track of where each shot was, and you can kind of learn a little bit more and understand how you're playing. But the free version works just as good as far as the league's concerns. In 18 Birdies, there is, first of all, the 2026 debug season, which everyone has to join. And then once you're in there, you'll see the host of all the tournaments for each month. Again, the first month is going to be a preseason. You just got to play it to get 4 points in 18 Birdies in the month of
Easy.
April. Easy, easy. And then from May, June, July, August, and September, those will be ranked months. Right now, we're about 50 people, so it'll be stack ranked by your score, 1 to 50, and you'll get points accordingly. First place will get 40 points, second place gets 38, third place gets 36, fourth place gets, come on, guys,
Oh,
34
four. Sorry.
points. It will go all the way
I
down to
was
4 points.
yeah.
So as long as you play every month, you'll always get your 4 points,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool, right? It's just you're getting points for participation. Isn't that the new way we do things?
Absolutely.
God, no.
2026.
I like 18
2026?
birdies. I think I had the free edition last year, and I think I'm gonna upgrade to the paid edition. I saw a lot what they did with you when you're in there. You're like, oh, I can see the green. I can do this. And I'm like, I can't. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'll
You
be
can see the
upgraded.
slopes of the green and everything. Yeah.
Yep.
I
I think
think
I'll
when
be
you pay
upgraded.
too, don't you get lessons? Is that part of it when you
Yeah,
pay too?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's some lesson things in there. You can record yourself and it'll
AI
give you a
lessons,
little
yeah.
diagnosis and just keeps telling me my hips suck every time. I don't know what to do about it, but tells me they suck. So we'll figure that out at some point. So Robert, you came in kind of late last year, then you had to hop in 18 birdies and get moving. What was that experience like?
It was different because, I mean, technology and I alone, we butt heads a couple times. So it was pretty easy, and I love that it was free. It got me involved right away. I really liked how once you get, I forget how many rounds in, but then it really gets you down to for your handicap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even understand handicaps when I first got in. Like, I understood a little bit of it, but then it, dialed me in, and it was really cool on the app. It had like golf knowledge. Like when I got in, golf etiquette. Like I
Mm-hmm.
understood, like when I first got on, it was for yuppies and rich people. So like, and then to learn all this stuff when I realizing it's for everybody, but it literally had questions and taught me the knowledge
Or
of
did it?
golf, the past history of golf and stuff. And I thought it was
Oh,
really
I didn't
cool.
even
Yeah.
realize that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
One
I
thing
like it.
that
But
becomes tricky that everyone, when you start your round, once the month starts and you've signed up for your round, it by default wants you to play your round. So you're going to have to
yeah.
click on not my round this time and then go. It'll take you one or two times to get used to it, but
Okay.
sometimes last year people played their round on accident and it worked out for Adam when he did it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like
I
doesn't work
got
out or
you.
you don't finish it and then it's kind of a pain. So
Now,
just be
Hmm.
cognizant when you get there to set up right.
now, Matt,
Okay.
when they do that, if that happens where they don't want to play their round and they accidentally hit it, what can we do in the back end? Is there anything we can do, or is it just, hey, sorry?
It's harder, but there is a couple workarounds I was able to do last year, but it is kind of a pain in the butt. So just kind of
Yeah.
get your stuff
So
in order, get used to the app, get used to using it. One of the things that it'll ask you right when you start your round is to confirm your handicap, and so the way we do debug is there is a maximum handicap. So last year I was a 34 handicap, which is quite embarrassing, but whatever. It is what it is. So we set the highest at 28. So the reason for that is because everyone who's in here, even if you're above a 28, is just going to be golfing a lot. And, getting a 34 handicap and getting 20 strokes it's just not
Absurd.
fair. And so it worked out okay for me. I got below 28 about halfway through the year, and then it started doing the real handicap. And then you have an option of doing two things. You can use the 18 birdies handicap if that's the most accurate one, or if you have a gin and that's your most accurate one, you can manually put in your handicap there. Now, that handicap adjusts on 18 birdies automatically based on your course and based on the tees you're playing. So, for example, last year, Jimmy B had a great round at Amherst Country Club and then kind of looked at his rankings and couldn't understand why his score was so bad compared to what it was. So in Amherst Country Club, if you play the whites instead of the blues, and let's say you have a 20 handicap, it'll make you a 16 handicap for that round. So you just got to kind of make sure you're being cognizant of the course ratings per not only the course, but per the tees you're playing. So it's perfect because it's fair, right?
Yeah.
People can't just go play the easiest course and get the best score. You can if you want, but you better beat it by 5 or 6 strokes.
I didn't realize that because, like Amherst
Oh, yeah.
Country Club, I usually play whites, but since sometimes I've been doing the blues lately, just to give myself more of a challenge, and some holes I feel are easier. But that could really screw me in the long run, you're saying,
Oh, yeah.
doing that with my handicap. Yeah.
Well, you
Okay.
lose a couple of strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I mean,
need
it's
as many
supposed to
as I
all
can
even
get.
out, right? Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
supposed to be able to play better and get a better score. It's supposed to be the same, but it's not. I mean, those blues in a lot of places are, 20, 30 yards more at a time. We did run into a couple last year. What was that? Pelham, Austin, where all of a
Yep.
sudden we're like, where are the blue tees? And we look back, it's like 70 yards behind us. We're like, whoa,
Par
thank God we
threes,
played the
like
white.
That's funny.
180.
One of the other things we're going to do this year, obviously, accountability is a big thing because this is now an official league with official prizes, and it is competitive. So we're going to do. Not only do you have to do your 18 birdies, not only do you have to play with a DBoG member, but you have to fill out a card as you're going, sign the card, take a picture of the card, and send it in. That's just a double verification. Everything's two authentic verifications nowadays. So that's our double verification to just make sure. And if people are going to cheat, they're going to cheat, and when we find them, then we'll weed them out.
Yep.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. So what else is kind of cool in there is it'll keep track in the league the whole time of the live standings. So you'll be able to see every month who first, second, third, all the way down. But then you'll be able to see the league standings on the 18 birdies too for the whole league in the points. Now, the one thing you're not going to see in there is the team standings. And again, what we're doing with the team standings is you have a team of 4, and the top 3 scores each month from your team go towards your team score. So the first month, everybody should have 12 points. If not, you're already starting behind the 8 ball, right? And then the following months, it'll just keep adding on. So, May, June, July, August, September will all be added on points. And at the end of the year, the team with the most points gets first, second, third, etc. And then we're also doing individual first, second, third prizes at the end of the year. So it's going to be what did we say? Let's do the math real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3, 15. So it's roughly 30 something payouts. So there's 30 something prizes throughout the year. So you have 30 something opportunities to kind of get back your entry fee, which is, I don't know, finding another league like that, right?
Yeah, I love it. Gives me a chance.
Yeah, gives everyone a chance.
Absolutely. And then once you get used to 18 birdies, one thing I like to use, I use my Apple Watch with it, and it pairs very nicely, and it becomes like a GPS out there too.
Really?
Anytime I'm out there, you'll see me look 3 times. It'll tell me where the front of the green is, where the middle is, and where the back is, just by looking at the watch. And then if you have the paid membership, and as you continue to get the data in there, it'll even give you club suggestions and stuff.
Well, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Oh
used to
yeah, the
think he had
watch.
to work. I'm like, Matt, wow, everyone's really texting you.
Yeah. Just getting information. Once everyone does it once, it'll be fine. Like
Okay.
Robert, yeah, I mean, you I don't think screwed up 1 month last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, once I started figuring out, and I got some help too from you guys and everything.
Mhm.
Once you get into groove, and start golfing at least, a couple times a month. You get more fluent with it and stuff. So it worked out really good. Really nice.
Perfect. Perfect. And so we're at 12 teams right now, full
Yeah.
rosters on every team. So we're at 48 people currently. And those 12 teams, boss, I hear you're starting off the year with your power rankings and breaking into segments. Yeah, why don't you hit us with those segments?
I was gonna hit you with a little ESPN music, but I couldn't get it going. I got something else going there, but so the ESPN music failed me. So
Technology.
I know. So rankings this year, preseason rankings are kind of tough. So how I did the preseason rankings was honestly the golden standard this year was for me is just the best golfers who I thought had like the best team. No handicaps, no adjustments, and we'll get into moving that as we go along. And so I got the provisional kings. I think they have the best golfers. They're all golfers.
All right.
So I mean, I kind of put them up there. Never really seen a lot of them golf, but word on the street
Handicap wise,
is that they're all great golfers. And so I kind of put them up there in the gold standards. And the swing docs, anyone who's got Adam Freeman on their team, I think is a top tier team. So I got them up there in the golden standards. And then I put, I hate to say this because the feud between Shane and Donnie and me and you,
No.
I hated to put this one up there, but
you didn't.
I put the Thick Hawks up there with the golden standard. Reason being, it wasn't even because of them. Reason being is they got Dan Prisco, who was our champ last year. And
All right.
he was the best player. So I had to put them up there based on him. And Donnie's good too. Shane's good. So, they
Who's their fourth? Cantar?
their fourth is
Yeah, it's Cantar.
Chris Cantar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen Cantar golf, but like we said before, you only need three. So
That's true. Yeah.
So that's going to round out the top golden standards. The contenders. Now I started to kind of take into consideration of who's golfing, who's playing what, and kind of the handicaps a little bit here with the golden standards. I put my team there, the back nine boys, because I just feel like our handicaps are going to be high. I know you said Corey's is very low, but Corey might be a scratch golfer by the end of this whole thing. So
yeah, that's true.
He's golfing a lot, North Carolina guy. So shout out Coastal Carolina. Check the hole. Eddie Susi was one of our guys. Mike Roz, I heard Brett Clannon's is a pretty decent golfer. So I put those guys up there. Ready to golf. That's Corey Parrott, Zach Myers. Supposedly Bobby Allen can golf. I don't know.
I don't doubt it.
And then I got, I kind of forgot these guys on the list, to be honest with you. I went back and put them in the contenders. Was Peaches and Cream. We all know the Harvey story of the first year 2v2 swang, missed the ball. But, I think his team is going to be pretty powerful too. They got a chance to win it. And then the next gen boys, the young guys.
The next gen nukes.
The next gen boys.
Yeah.
I think those guys are going to be, I think they'll be at the top. They'll be at the golden standards when it's all said and done because they're young. They all have smooth swings and they're all going to play a lot of golf. Now I got the prove it guys. I got Matt, your team, Dukes of Hazzard.
Of Hazards.
Hazards, sorry.
We're going to be in multiple hazards.
Like hitting it in the hazards, as Jimmy B would say. And the only reason I put them there, and I think you guys are going to be the top of the leading board because, again, we're talking handicaps, and I think you guys are going to end up getting a lot of
3 plus 20s, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have good golfers, and I think at the beginning of the year, you guys are going to score a lot of points until your handicaps start coming down. And then I got the 3-putt Pirates.
Yes.
You talk to us a little about your team.
I feel like we're going to be the team that comes from behind. The 3-putt Pirates. No fun. But yeah. Hopefully that we keep them to a minimum. But
yeah, but again, I think you guys will be good too because again, the handicaps. Again, I didn't take those into consideration yet. They'll be in the next one. I got the grip it and sip it. I don't know a lot about this team. I know the players, but I never seen them golf. And again, they could be one of those guys with the handicap. And then I got Team Bad at Golf. Again, I think they're new to the game and they're going to have high handicaps and they're going to be another team that could end up at the top. So a lot of the teams that are at the bottom, I think will end up at the top just based on the way the format is and the handicaps. But right now I just took kind of the best golfers and threw them at the top because, there's no real way to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'd say go ahead.
No, go ahead.
My biggest concern, I think we just talked about it, was the top guys trying to score points because of that handicap. The X factor, again, we kind of talked about that, is the guys with the high handicap going to score all the points because, again, I think those guys are going to be pretty good all year. I mean, all these guys are golfing all year. I mean, I see Instagrams of the bag, they're out there golfing. Robert, me and you are out there golfing.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people are out there, they want to win.
It's so different than last year. Last
It
year,
is.
it's like nobody was really golfing. We just all kind of got the bug together, and then we just kind of started golfing very consistently. There's a couple of things we need to take into consideration that people are sandbagging a little bit, right? So right now, I know the Thickhawks are getting some Myrtle Beach in right now to get the preseason going. I've already done like 5 or 6 rounds this year. I know you guys are in the simulators constantly. I know
Yep.
Bag is working at it, and that's the X factor is just because you ended somewhere, as long as you start back where you ended, you're
Yep.
going to be fine. It's the groups that aren't doing it in the off season. That's why I think the next gen nukes are going to have a rough start, but then come in strong at the end.
Yeah. I do have one hot take, and the hot take I took was just thinking about golf. And I said, golf's the only sport that you could be terrible at for 4 hours and still say you had fun.
Yeah.
As the hot takes get going, those will start ramping up. But I was trying to think of something early. But every time I'm out there, you could play bad for 17 holes and birdie 1 hole, and you're
Mhm.
like, all right, are we gonna play again or is this over?
Yeah. Speaking of birdies, I mean, if you just listen to people talk about their good holes, you would think that Jimmy B won Myrtle Beach. I don't know if you guys heard, but he had a birdie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he was telling everyone.
I
I think
think he
heard
had
about
2.
40 times.
Oh, you guys just
Speaking of
wait.
like hole in ones, I don't know if anyone saw it yesterday, but on the Tiger Woods virtual, guy got a hole in one.
That's the second
Really?
one, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Shipley got one
it
too.
was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
kind of incredible. I was like, damn. I was like, I'd love to get one on the virtual.
So virtual versus real, which would you rather,
I
and
mean,
how
obviously
much more?
real 'cause
Like,
it's in person, but
yeah,
virtual would be kind of cool because that's like, I think it's more rare than it is in person.
yeah, maybe, yeah. Who knows, right? So, like, as we get into this year, you guys doing a shitload of work in the preseason. I'm trying to maybe work too hard, and I'm going backwards at times. We'll start with you, Awesome. What are your goals this year with golf, personally?
My goal is just trying to get down my handicap to in the teens. Right now I'm a 20, 21, somewhere around there. And be more consistent, like, hit fairways, like hit it down the middle. That's my big goal, is just stay out of the trees, stay out of everything, just be consistent, hit it down the middle. I don't care how far it goes. Just stay consistent and just improve my game and play with people.
Well, don't you also have a stretch goal of playing with a good amount of people?
Yeah. Yep. So I have a goal it's kind of a unique goal. Well, not unique. So for those of you who don't know, my grandfather passed away last November. And he's kind of the reason why I started playing golf. Been thinking about ways to like how to honor him, and it was maybe doing a tournament. I don't know. I'm not very good at that, and that still might happen, a tournament. But I came up with something called Project 100, and it's just to play with 100 different golfers, and that's kind of the goal, is to play with 100 different people.
Okay. And so each one of these podcasts, we're going to get an update on how many new golfers you've played with. Unique golfers, right? Not 100 different individuals, just unique people, 100 different people.
Different people.
Touch
So
the game.
if you and
honor
I
the
go out and
game.
play 10 times, I'm not going to say, hey, Matt, and how I'm going to do it. I'll explain how I'm going to do it. I'm going to post on social media, on my page and probably the Dad Bods page. And I'll take a picture of, each person that we play with and put it down as, 1, 2, 3, as each person. And at the end, I'll put in memory of Tom Tenda, just to kind of keep his memory alive. The tagline will be like 100 rounds, 100 people in memory of Tom Tenda, with the 1, 2, and 3. And it's just a way
Grips,
to honor him.
loved that you were golfing.
Yeah,
Loved that you were golfing.
Yeah.
How many times were we at Amherst and we're pulling up on the 9th hole and we see this car kind of just parked on the side? I'm like, oh, we're going to hit that car. And you go, I think that's Gramps. Like it was just, he was just so happy we were out there, and he just wanted to
Yeah.
catch a couple holes with us, and it was
Oh, that's
incredible.
And it's funny because every time I would go out, he would ask me what time I'm playing. And I never really understood that until after he was at the 18th hole. He was catching us coming on the background. It was kind of cool. Um, and the hopes of all of this, honestly, is just to bring people together for a few hours with no distractions, and I just want to connect with either old friends, spend time on the course thinking about the guy who got me into the game, you know, and
Absolutely.
and that's kind of exactly why I want to do it. I actually
It's
told
perfect.
my parents about that. I didn't tell my grandmother yet, so I'm actually gonna try to clip this and send it to her so she can kind of see it. Um, so it's just something
Perfect.
fun, and I'm excited about it. So if anyone wants to play golf with me, I'm down to play with anyone, any handicap, any person to just honor my grandfather.
That's fantastic.
I love it.
Roberto, what are your goals this year?
I'm gonna try to bring my handicap down, and there's a couple of guys I work with that play, and I always joke how I'm coming after them, and I'm gonna come after them. So I think my goal is to beat at least one of them, and to bring my handicap down. So
We're not going to call people out. Who do you want to beat?
Yeah,
Who would be
nah,
your ultimate
I love
person to
that.
beat this year?
his name's Pete Gagnon. He's
All
very
right, Pete.
good. I know I don't have a chance, but I feel like if I get in his head a couple times, have him, make some missed putts, miss some approach shots and stuff here and there, I might have a chance. But I think that's really my goal. Yeah, coming after Pete. Coming after you, Pete.
All right.
Yeah.
Watch out, Pete. Mine are pretty simple.
Beat Donnie and
I'm
Shane.
just doing 90, 15, 15. I want to break 90. Right now, my current low is 91. I want to get my handicap down to 15. Right now, it's roughly a 22. And I want to play 15 new courses that I've never played. And so
That's a
far,
huge
I'm
one
at
too. Yeah.
4. So I think I'm going to be able to hit 15 pretty easy this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
As
should
far as
probably
new
set that a
courses, I
little
might need
higher.
to up that up a
Yeah.
little bit. Maybe
I
I'll try
love
and
that
see
one.
if I
That's
can
a
do
good one.
30. Yeah, it just gets you trying different things and not just
Yeah.
going back to, the regulars.
Yeah. I mean, you
Hey,
you
if you
better
need
set
a
that a little
partner.
higher, Matt, because when we go to Myrtle Beach, you're gonna get like 5 different courses there or wherever we go at the end of the year,
Mm.
and then, the main I mean, they're gonna hit that easy. You might hit that in the first couple of months.
Yeah, maybe I got to reevaluate that goal. The 15 handicap is a big stretch. I
Yeah.
did drop 10 last year, but I'm not going to drop another 7 this year. There's no way. Just getting into, like you said, 19,
Yeah.
18 would be great, but 15
Yeah.
is my stretch goal for sure. So the three of us are here for a reason. We caught the disease that is golf. We didn't know
Yeah.
there was such a disease out there. Austin and I have documented we just can't really play basketball like we used to. We used to play 4 or 5 days a week in leagues all over the place. So we're ultra competitive and needed something. And the fact that we suck at it is the best part, because when you're bad at something but you can see it, you just keep driving towards it. So Roberto, I've never
Yeah.
I met you the first time over at Adams,
Yep.
and right away I knew you were addicted golf nutbag. How did that start? Like, what are you doing golfing? Like, what are you doing day to day with golf? And like, are you building simulator? Are you like taking
Yeah.
lessons? Are you going to like all that stuff? Give me your golf
Yes.
story, the origin story.
So growing up, I didn't grow up no golf in my family, more like biker families and stuff. We all rode motorcycles and stuff. That my parents did and everything like that. Golf wasn't literally always thought golf was for, like I said, yuppies, rich people, stuff like that. And then I always borrowed like my grandfather's clubs throughout, like where was it? Like bachelor parties, birthdays, stuff like that. And that was fun. And then after so many years, I kept doing that, and then I just didn't play like my grandfather's clubs I had. And then about 2024, I played in my works tournament, and I played in that, and that was fun. I had a couple good shots. I borrowed someone's clubs, so they were upgraded clubs, obviously, and a couple good shots. And I remember the moments. 2 different people said to me, not knowing, "Hey, if you got lessons, you'd be pretty good." And I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, "Say no more." I say no more. So that's what really got me going. And then I played, a buddy of mine had a simulator, just a little Garmin R10, and I didn't even know about simulators really. I'm like, this is amazing too. You could play inside anytime you want during the cold. So I got so addicted that I got a job at my local golf course, played too much that they implemented a rule where you need at least 20 hours a week to get free golf. So I kind of ruined it for people there. Sorry about that, guys. And then, yeah, so started building started with just like a little flop up net, driving into there with like a little iPad. And then from there, obviously saw Adams screen at his barn, his simulator, and I was like, I can do this. So got a screen, got some more nettings, got some padding, new hitting mat, little pin light and everything. So now I got one in the back of my garage, and it's kind of like a Frankenstein together, little here and there, do-it-yourselfer, but she works fine. I get to go out there when it's below 10 degrees here and have it up to 60 degrees in my garage playing some golf. So working on my swing, and it's great. But yeah, I did what everyone does, got lessons, and that was a big improvement too. Learning about your numbers and everything like that, tweaking open face, closed face kind of things. And yeah, that was great. That's what really got me serious, I think, into it more, is having my simulator and getting lessons, and just having a couple of people saying, if I got lessons, I'd be pretty good. And that just set a spark.
No one's ever said that to me. So
Come
there you
on.
go. You're way ahead.
Yeah.
Having something you can go to every day I think is key.
Yeah.
You're working and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I want to go hit balls. You just go right into the
Yeah.
basement or wherever and start hitting some balls, getting some practice. And where everyone else, they got to book a tee time at the simulator and leave their house. So you're
Yeah.
at an advantage for sure.
Absolutely. Just keeping that consistent swing throughout the year. And like that right there, I didn't realize how much more it was going to improve my game too. Not, some guys stop for 3 months, 4 months. They don't swing a single club. And, I really feel like some people say that it's like riding a bike, but I feel like you got to just consistently swing. Don't lose your swing.
Yeah.
So
that's what I've heard, but sometimes I take a
Yeah.
week off and my swing's way better because I forget about 90% of the swing thoughts I've had.
Yep.
Trying to limit it to 2 or 3, but like then you watch YouTube and you're like, oh, I need to incorporate that. Ooh, I got to try that. And next thing
Yeah.
you know, you got 100 of them in your head and you duff the ball and fat it and break your wrists, all the fun stuff.
Yeah. One big thing I learned too from my instructors is don't watch YouTube, because that's what I did. I'd watch YouTube all the time.
Whoa.
And I know not all,
That's a
but
little
like,
self-serving, don't you think?
I think they say, yeah, but I think they say, one guy said, if you do, follow just one guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I
That's
was
what I
like,
do,
oh, this
yeah.
guy does it this way. And I was like trying different things and tweaking different things. Like just tweak one thing at a time.
That's what I do
Absolutely.
too.
So, yeah.
Do you have a go-to guy you listen to on
I have it. Yep. His name's Coach Baum, B-A. He's great.
Okay.
He's out of Vegas.
Yeah.
And he, I don't know, he's got the humor, he's got the skills, he kind of dummies it down for you and everything, step by step. And yeah, it's Coach Baum. It's really good.
Perfect.
my go-to.
Perfect. Hey, Austin,
I was
have
trying to
you
look for my
gone
guy.
to the
No,
guy that
I
you
won't
use? Yeah.
find him.
Yeah.
I won't
Yeah.
find him. But
Hey, have you gone to the line golf simulators?
I have
yet?
not yet. I'm gonna check that
Mm.
out probably next week. This week's just been a little busy for me.
Yeah.
I was gonna
yeah.
try and go today after this, but we'll see. My back kind of hurt from yesterday. I played basketball yesterday, so back's
I'm in
kinda
whenever you
beat up.
need. You let me know, I'm there too.
Yeah, well, I was gonna call you too.
Absolutely. Yep, I'm there.
I don't know if I'm gonna end up going.
Okay.
And then one of the big things that Austin and I are doing this year is we're going to 2v2 challenge basically everybody, but we know we're not going to win every match, but I think we're going to surprise a lot of people
Hey, I'm
when it
telling you
starts
right now,
going.
Matt. I'm telling you right now, if we're going off handicaps and people are gonna give us some strokes, I won't say we're not gonna win.
Yeah,
'Cause I believe
well,
we will.
our first match is going to be the most humiliating and difficult, I think.
Yeah.
Is
But we're gonna get a stroke a hole. I still believe in us that we beat them. Stroke a hole. I mean, we get a bogey, they have to birdie in order to win
yeah. Well,
You
we're
know?
going to have them on next week, right?
this Sunday.
This Sunday, we're going to have our new special guest will be our
Chase and
first
Will.
2v2s. And who are they?
Chase and Will,
CW Golf.
CW Golf. So
Excellent.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited
Yeah, I
about
think
that.
they're basically scratch, right? Both of them.
Yeah, Chase
Really?
was actually down in Florida over vacation golfing, so he's gonna be the
Yeah.
guy we're gonna have to beat. It might just be
Okay.
us versus Chase, but we'll say
It's a
Will's in
little
there somewhere.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Just keep it
so
out of your head.
Yeah, we're going to start with the hard ones, and then we'll go to the easy. We're going to take on Bag, 2 members of Bag, and then obviously we got the Donnie and Shane matchup coming out strong. They ducked you and Rush all last year, but
did.
now that I think they were afraid of Rush. If
They
I'm
were,
being
and-
honest,
and
because
it
all
was-
of a sudden now I'm on the team, and they're like, "Oh, can we do this tomorrow? You guys want to go down and meet us in
I
Myrtle
know.
Beach and do it?" Like they're all about it now.
Yep. Yeah, they were a little
So-
intimidated by Rush. He thought Rush was kind of the X factor, but we'll see. we'll see what they got.
Awesome. Excellent. All right, boys. So we got our CW group next week, and we'll start the trash talking. So we welcome all challengers. Dad Bods of Golf, Boss and I will take on 2v2. Anybody?
Anybody.
We suck, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Getting back to the legal.
2v2.
You can always one of us can always hit a shot. So let's hope we get 2 shots out of us and we hit a shot. And your approaching has been just impeccable. So
we
you
can
just got to
rattle
keep
the
the
other team.
approach.
We can just rattle them, get in their heads a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell you what, win one hole.
The Pirates are coming for the leaderboard, though. Slowly, cautiously, and hoping 2 putts and less. But we're coming.
Listen, James is out there. He's getting in shape. He's cutting pounds. He's taking lessons.
I love it.
He was pretty pissed off how his year ended last year. So he's coming. He's working his ass off. So let's see what happens there.
I'm
obviously you got the Fillionaire, the Corey, the Iron Man, as we like to call him. And he's as consistent as they come. I mean, he's right around that 15, 16, and he's going to hit it every time. So, I like your team a lot. So
I'm
going
really
into
excited.
what's kind of coming with in addition to the 18 birdies and the virtual league and stuff, is we're going to have the captain's meeting here coming up in a couple weeks. There we will establish and solidify all the rules, and then we'll bring it to this forum for everyone to kind of have and consume and it be documented. Then the next thing, we're tentative for April 19th to have the Dad Bods opening party at the barn. We're waiting for that to get confirmed, but that's looking like the date that we're going after. It's a Sunday.
Are we doing the Masters again? Did he say that?
Yeah. I assume so, but yeah.
And that's where we met.
I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Guy.
Right.
That's true.
Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. Yeah. And then we're still trying to get the details down of a live 2v2 tournament in either late May, early June. We're looking at a couple different locations now. And then in August, I think we're going to have to move the Takeover Shattuck to that first Wednesday in August. It looks like there's a lot of people that just can't really make, especially the first half of July is always backed up. And now the back half of July is backed up for a lot of people. So we're looking at that first Wednesday in August as our Takeover Shattuck. And then we need to set the date, but it's probably 2 weeks after that. We're going to do the big Dad Bods barbecue in the double backyards. And we're going to have the master of the meats, James, just making as much smoked meats as he possibly can. And we'll get some outdoor games going, some bago, some hopefully we'll get into some of the more fun games like a little flip cup or whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And then obviously Dad Bods headquarters will be up and running by then.
I'll bring the Polish horseshoes. You ever play that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's fun. Yeah.
Can Jam, Polish, we'll have it all out there. And the competition will be high and it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Just need the snow to go away up in the Northeast.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's 70 down here. I'll be out swinging here shortly. Oh, no. What's going on there? Something in your eye?
Yeah. A little something.
And then in August, September, we're going to do the Milford Street 2. That's the Thick Hawk boys are going to be hosting the second annual Milford Street. And then Boss is going to be putting together in later September, early October, the local finale live tournament, which is going to be 2 to 3 rounds. We haven't figured out the format completely yet.
Yep.
But it's going to be more like internet invitational style where we are going to do drafting and then have a couple teams that way and then kind of go at it. Go ahead.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And then we're going to have the end of year trip still. Right now it's looking like the Carolinas. Put in the comments, Dad Bods, if you want to go somewhere else. But right now Corey is going to be trying to lock down like a resort or a house or even up it from last year. Last year we went as smooth as possible, but we know there can be more out there. And we talked about it in the last podcast. We know we need to go before daylight savings time.
Yes.
We would like to get in the night before so we can kind of get the teams set, get the formats going, just like we're going to do at the end of the year one. And then we'll have a closing party. Also, with the opening party, we do have to give Prisco his jacket. I haven't seen him really since Myrtle Beach, so I haven't been able to give him his jacket. So we'll do it in a ceremony kind of way and crown him the year one champion. Yeah,
excited. Prisco deserved it. He played well all year too. So, because he was definitely the champ.
Yeah. Corey wants him bad, so I can't wait to get
Really?
them live against
Yeah,
each other and
he
just
had his
kind of
chance, and
goad it on.
yeah, he had his chance, and now he's really going after him. Kid's always on 18 birdies.
Part of me
Little
thinks that's
rivalry.
his major motivation in this offseason right here. He's kind of thinking Prisco.
Yeah.
So
Frisco's sitting in his chair, getting massages. Corey's out there golfing.
for sure. Any closing thoughts, guys? Austin?
I'm excited. I can't wait for the season to start. I'm ready for this snow to go away, and I just want to golf, man. Just want to golf.
Roberto, first podcast.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts there?
I'd like to thank you guys for letting me join the Dad Bods of Golf. You know, I know right when I walked in, you're like, that guy's got a dad bod. And so, and then you're like, maybe he golfs. And it worked out, and I really appreciate it. I've been looking for something like this. Like when I started getting involved into it, I literally bugged so many guys I worked with to the point where they were just annoyed. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, who wants to golf? Who wants to golf? Who wants to golf? Give me a chance, you know? And then to be able to join this, it's awesome. I'm really excited. You know, I got on the tail end of last year, but I'm really excited to start up from the beginning and go ahead and, you know, head first, right at it, full throttle. So I'm excited.
Going from 16 guys to 48 this year is a pretty big jump, and it's a good golf community. And we have an additional probably 20 guys that just can't commit to the league, that are always down to golf. So we're probably close to 70 dad bods out there.
Yeah. I just love how competitive it is and fun at the same time. You know what I mean? Like it's still relaxed and social. You know, it's not too serious stuff. But I mean, once the leaderboard is out there, obviously, you know, every putt feels very important. But
Yeah.
you know,
Love
it's
the
pretty
pressure
cool.
putt. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it gives you a
Well,
reason to keep improving.
absolutely. All right, then. Well, that's it for episode 202. Season 2, episode 2 is complete. Look for the episode 3 with CW Golf, and we'll look for Austin and I to start getting our ass kicked this year. Well, I think so. Austin thinks we're going to win every game, but we'll figure it out. We'll be somewhere in between. All right, guys. Take care.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.